get your money, don't care who judge. Stay out the way, surround yourself with nothing but love. Stay out the way, if you a gangster, killer or thug. Stay out the way, put your faith in the man above. Stay out the way, chill with your family, siblings and blood. Stay out the way, kick it with your girl, forget hit in the club. Stay out the way, mind on your money, ain't no switching it up. Stay out the way, stand out the way, what you thought that it was. Stay out the way. If you stuck down on your luck, not feeling righteous, did a petty crime, just looking for some excitement. Now your name on affidavits and court indictments can pay for a lot, but your freedom is priceless. You did the crime, you do the time, don't let it surprise you. Real stories from the heart, just to open your eyes up.
Yo, what's good, y'all? What's good? What's good? What's good? We back again. Y'all know what the time it is. We back again for part 2, man. Everybody that's new to the channel, just coming in here, man. Like, share, and subscribe on your way in or do it on your way out. Just make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Keep this message rolling. And most importantly, y'all, stay y'all ass out the way. Let's get it. We start where I left off at, man. So it was crazy because we in the cell and bro just like, bro, you don't have to get jumped in. You don't have to do none of these things, bro. I'm going to put you under me. You're going to be under me. The only person you'll have to come to for big things will be me. But basically, I want you under me. That's what I want. He was like, I just did the same thing with my homie from Petersburg. You know what I mean? So I'm like, damn. I said, man, I looked him in his eyes, y'all. And I told him, I said, man, listen, man. I said, bro, look, man. I said, bro, I'm 26, about to be 27, bro. I was like, for real, bro, it's too late in the game for me to join the gang, bro. I said, if I was going to join the gang, I would have joined the gang back on Susses when my homeboy Big Boom from Pop Place tried to bring me home. He tried to bring me home a million times. And I used to rock with him. Like, he was my dog. He kind of like an OG dude. He was older than me. He was official. He was one of the first dudes from the town that I seen that was crazy official with the blood game. You know what I mean? So, like, nah, it wasn't for me. I turned Boom down, man. Like, that was just something I ain't gonna lie to y'all. Like, I just never been like a follower. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I just can't really take orders. Like, I don't want to be responsible for 100 other dudes that's doing dumb shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like, if something go down, I want it to be because of me or just the dudes in my circle that I'm dealing with. I don't want it to be because I gotta jump. I gotta run with these dudes because they got a lot of stuff going on. So if they get into something, then automatically I'm involved. Like, the blood game was new to Virginia. Like, it wasn't long. So this is 09. So it's been in there probably 6-7 years now in Virginia, 8 years at the most. And like, they were still getting it together. Like, it wasn't Chris as I saw it. Like, it was just a lot of dudes I was seeing that was joining just to be joining. Now, I ain't mad at the younger generation that was coming in and they was Bloods because they actually grew up as teenagers in every city in Tidewater or in Virginia, period. They grew up into the Bloods. Like, it's Bloods in their neighborhood. So more than likely, majority of the time, you want to be a Blood. Now, I was looking at dudes my age the hardest because I'm like, if you join Blood, like, it was crazy. Now, if you was on the street, a lot of the neighborhoods in Norfolk, like, they turned Blood. And I understand because a lot of the powerful dudes that was from their neighborhood was the leader and they turned them Blood. I could see that happening. Like, I wasn't out there for that wave. If I was out there, who knows? Who knows? But at the end of the day, I wasn't no Blood. I turned him down, y'all. He was like, yo, man, come on, bro. Listen, bro. I'm telling you, like, we're going to get to this money, bro. Like, I know you get to the bag. I already got my homies over here. He was like, bro, they going over there crushing them every weekend. Blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah, blah. I'm like, yo, bro, listen, man. I was like, yo, I appreciate you, you know what I mean, the invitation, bro. Like, but at the end of the day, man, like, I was like, bro, that joint ain't for me, man. He was smoking a Newport. He was sitting on his bed like this. He got his feet on the bench. He was like, and he talking to me. He was like, the next thing you know, his attention just went like this. He didn't look at me no more. He didn't look at me no more. Like, he was like in disbelief. Like, and I'm saying in my head, like, damn, you ain't used to somebody turning you down for this, bro. Like, everybody ain't with this type of action, bro. Like, bro, listen, you met me on Susses. You already know half of the Norfolk that was coming up there from Susses was Bloods. So if I'm not a Blood yet, what makes you think I want to be Blood now is because me and you roommates. You got to understand, bro, I'm not even staying in this room with you to even, like, for you to even feel like this is what I'm going to do. Like, I was just there for the time being. Like, I was there. This is probably like a 2-3 weeks in, y'all, like a couple weeks in probably. And like I told y'all, like, it was cool. Like, you know, boom, we come in the cell. I got my TV on the top bunk. That's playing the music. You know what I mean? He had his TV on the boxes. Well, not on the boxes, on the table. Lawrenceville had a table. So he had his TV on the table. We'll watch TV, but we never was watching TV. It would just be music and TV on. You know what I mean? So like, I was cool with that in the beginning, man. I'm talking about everybody was coming smoking with me. I was getting smoked out by a lot of dudes. I know a lot of dudes that knew me from Susses. They were showing love. He used to show love. You know, his peoples in Petersburg, or his peoples from Petersburg and the other part, and 42 part, they was getting the package, the big package. So they definitely was blessing him. So like, he always had weed. But the homeboy Ty always had weed. Another dude I knew always had weed. It was weed everywhere in there, y'all. Weed everywhere. It was weed everywhere in there. I ain't gonna lie. I didn't smoke in a whole year when I got to Lawrenceville. And when I smoked my first Feezy in that joint, I was high as gas. And I was still being high as gas. Every time I smoked, I was high. Super duper high. So like, for the most part, I was enjoying the early weeks of us partying and just, you know what I mean, living off the limb, just doing whatever we wanted. Like, but at the end of the day, like, what he didn't know is that I've been down almost 9 years, would have been 9 years. So like, I'm kind of more reserved. Like, I'm not with the limelight. I'm not with the attention. Y'all know I stay out the way. Y'all know that's the motto. That's the name of the channel. I stay my ass out the way. So he knew that I was getting money when he was in 3D. That's all that he knew, that I was somebody that get to the bread. And he finally felt like, damn, like, this is a good opportunity. And I don't blame him. It was a good chess move because he just brought the dudes from Petersburg home, and that worked. You know what I mean? They wanted to be a part of something. They was getting the pack. And I don't think they needed it, bro. You know what I mean? Like, it won't know like they was doing some protection thing. Like, these dudes weren't really no clown dudes. Like, for real. The dude, Big Hurt, he was a tall dude. He was an official dude. You know what I mean? That's what I said. I just thought they was just regular dudes. I didn't know that. I mean, I just thought they was blood forever. I didn't know they was regular dudes before they turned blood. And I didn't know it was 2 weeks ago. So, like, I ain't knocking Pete on move, man. Like, he shot his shot and I clapped it, man. Like, I went with that action, man. And like I say, I was to the point now, like, we didn't party so long. It was so much fun going on. Like, now I'm just, like, ready to just get into my bed now. I'm seeing what Lawrenceville is. They like dudes that really be dudes that's really chilling. They don't really come out they cell like that. And you don't have to up there. You come out, you go to the shower. You want to come out, you go to the microwave. You want to come out, you want to do this. Like, you come out, you might come out, go to your other homeboy room. Like, dudes play rooms in there. Like, it's not a whole lot. Dudes that be in the pod be the dudes that's always in the pod. Like, the dudes that be moving and shaking and doing their thing, I was starting to notice that they in their cell. And that's where you're supposed to be, because the police don't rock with you. A lot of dudes got cell phones. A lot of dudes is getting money. A lot of dudes is just doing them. So that's what I wanted. You know what I mean? Like, I felt like I wasn't going to be able to accomplish that with bro. You know what I mean? Even after me turning them down as a blood. I could have probably stayed, but it just didn't make no sense. So what happened was that it used to be this young boy from the town, man. I can't think of his name, but he was young, man. He was real young. Like, he was like probably like 19, 20. Like, he was young like that. He used to look, he looked real young, but he was a blood. He was cool. I ain't gonna lie, young boy was cool. And the young boy didn't have a TV. So Pete always used to be gone. I always used to be gone. So it's been times I done came in the cell and he just in there just sitting on the bench just chilling. You know what I mean? Bro might have left the music on my TV. But I didn't care though. I won't trip it. I went on it like, bro, you can't listen. You know, I won't on no petty shit like that. But I done came in there and he done been in the room. He has been in the room kind of more than I be in the room. You know what I mean? So he was actually in a cell with a dude downstairs, which was in the cell like right under us. I want to say that was the fourth cell on the bottom from the shower is the way 41 was set up. So probably the third from the shower. So he was in that cell. So he didn't have a TV. His roommate didn't have a TV as well. So his roommate just so happened to be this dude that I knew from Sussex. You know what I mean? And not only from Sussex, I actually was in Virginia Beach jail with this dude. You know what I mean? His name is BG. If y'all from Virginia Beach, everybody know BG. Anybody from Virginia Beach watching this? Everybody know little short black BG, man. You know what I mean? BG was in there. BG had two homeboys in there at the time, and their names were TT and AJ. You know what I mean? They slept upstairs, kind of like two doors from Ty cell. And they used to be in the room. They didn't come out. When you see them dudes come out, microwave, shower, child probably. That's the only time you see them dudes. But you know what I mean? They was cool dudes too, though, man. TT and AJ was cool dudes. You know what I mean? But that's the only people BG rocked it with. You know what I mean? BG used to come out, and I wasn't watching them, but it's just after a while I started pinning it from, you know what I mean, being a Thai cell, seeing what's going on. I'm trying to get my plan right. You know what I mean? So I started seeing that as soon as the door popped, BG go to their cell. You know what I mean? So they had a cell phone. So that's why BG used to always be in there. But that was his dudes anyway, though. He knew them from the street. and those was his guys. So he was in there all day. Only time he come back to the cell is when it's lockdown time, when it's count time, or when it's time to go to sleep time. That's the only time you see BG. So I figured it out. I told Ty's like, man, I'm about to slide on bro. I'm like, man, I don't think he mad at a nigga that I ain't turned blood, but I just feel like it ain't the same no more. Like I was like, man, I ain't know he was that type of guy. And like I say, I still ain't like, you know what I mean, talking down on bro and nothing like that. Cause P-Don was a cool dude. But I just felt like he wasn't used to being rejected. And Lawrenceville will have you, when you get to Lawrenceville will give you a big head. Like your head will get big if you got the right position. And his position was, he was the head guy in that pod, damn near the head guy in that building, because I told you they got moved over there on a special ops operation as far as they want them to come over there and just make sure y'all defuse the gangland building. You know what I mean? Keep the Bloods in check. They had a Crip, they keep the Crips in check. And you know what I mean? And he had extra privileges for that. He wasn't on no telling shit and nothing like that. He wasn't ratting, and he worked for the unit manager. But Lawrenceville is so bootleg, like what you telling about? It's nothing to tell. It's just nothing to, I mean, you can tell, but like he was just, I would have probably, if I was a gang member and they would have offered me that position, like, look, I'm gonna let y'all go to a building. When y'all go to that building, I'm going to give you a job. I'm going to give you this. I'm going to give you that. All you got to do is just make sure the Bloods is in order. If something go down, the people in the booth, everybody is already, you know what I mean? Everybody already knows to call yourself to make sure you can get over there and defuse the problem before it gets ugly. And that's how much gang it was. Man, that's how much gangs, that's how the gangs was super deep up there. I ain't gonna lie. Like I told you, the GDs was deep in that building. And for real, Lynn wasn't joking. The GDs was actually winning. So that's why Lynn was like, bitch, the GDs winning. God damn it. You know what I mean? So Lynn a petty motherfucker. So that's why Lynn probably joke. Everybody know Lynn from Portsmouth too, man. To go back to Lynn real quick. Everybody know Lynn petty as hell. So Lynn was with the GDs, and the GDs was dumb deep. The Bloods was dumb deep, and the Crips was deep too. I ain't gonna lie. The Crips had a lot of dudes too. It was deep. It wasn't like how it was on Sussex when it was a little bit of Crips, a lot of Bloods. No. That junk was even. I'm telling you, like it was even, like maybe a little bit more Bloods at the most, but still enough Crips to put some action in. So when we used to go to Child, it was so much gangs, y'all. Like they had, this is the first time I saw this. Like we go into the Child Hall, and for real, I was getting so high when I first got up there. I'm getting so high. So me and Ty used to go to Child together. So when I used to go to Child with Ty, I ain't never even noticed, because we used to sit on the left side, which the side where the Bloods used to sit at. Now they got it's one big cafeteria, but they had two sides. Like it looked like it was two sides, because in the middle they used to have the drinks and where the drink coolers was at and stuff. So it looked like it was divided, but it wasn't. It was just the drinks used to be in the middle. So I used to be so high that I didn't even notice. When me and Ty used to go to Child, we used to sit on the left side. Like, we weren't picking no sides, but I just was following bro, like, from the first time I went to Child with him. But the Bloods used to eat on this side. The Crips used to eat on the side, like, kind of where you first come in there. And it was crazy divided. Like, it was like, I was like, damn, like, that was the first time you couldn't do no shit like that on Sussex. You know what I mean? If they find out they know people were in gangs. But if they find out there's any organization stuff, like, happening, like, they organizing real heavy like that, like, we gonna sit on one side. No, that's done off the rip. But this is Lawrenceville. This is a privately owned prison. This is the uniforms they wear has GO on it. It don't has DOC on it. So everything was a different ball game. Everything was different rules up here. So I'm just like, damn, they got the Bloods on this side, Crips on that side. Ask anybody around this time. That's how it used to be, man. So in the cell, it just wasn't the same with me and bro, man. So I done figured out my plan. You know what I mean? I'm ready to get in relaxed mode. I'm ready to get my beard on. I see them. I finally made it to a sweet compound. So I'm ready to kick back and chill. You know what I mean? The thing never panned out with my homeboy as far as, you know what I mean, trying to make it shake for me. The dude the dudes from Petersburg and 42 Pod, they put me on the phone a couple times. Couldn't make nothing shake. Man, you know, everything happened for a reason. It wasn't my time yet. So I just, you know, it is what it is. But I still had to slide on bro, man. You know, I had to slide. So that's what I did. I went to him and said, I was like, yo, look, bro. I said, look, man. I said, you cool with the unit manager, right? He was like, huh? I was like, you cool with the unit manager, right? He was like, yeah. I was like, look, bro, since the little young boy from Norfolk, since he been here all the time, you know what I mean? I said, look, BG said I can get the bottom bunk if I come down there. So I need a bottom bunk for real. I was like, bro, like, I don't mind getting on the top when I get out the hole. You know what I mean? Pause. Like, I don't mind getting on the top bunk when I get out the hole or something like that. But I'm like, look, For real, bro. I'm a bottom bunk guy, just like you, bro. I need a bottom bunk. You know what I mean? That's just how I roll. I don't really do the top bunks unless I have to. You know what I mean? But I'm like, look, BG already said, I done hollered at BG. BG already said it's a green light. He don't care. I told you he's never in the sale. So he was happy somebody that he jive know with a TV and all that about to move in. Like I said, he one time he watches when we locked down anyway. So boom, I said, look, this holler at the unit manager tomorrow because this was over the weekend. It was like Sunday, Saturday. I was telling him, I think I told him Monday. I said, look, just holler at the unit manager Monday. Tell her you trying to get your little homeboy moved in here, and I'm going to move down there with BG, bro, if I can get the bottom rack. He was like, he was stuck. He was like, oh, But I was reading his brain. I was reading his brain. He probably was like, damn, bro, about to dip and everything. Yeah, man, I got to dip, man. I'm not with a million dudes in the cell that I don't even know like that. Like I said, it was a lot of dudes in our part. It was a lot of them from the town. It was just, they were younger than me. So I didn't really know them. I had nothing in common with them besides being from Norfolk. You know what I mean? It wasn't my type of vibe. It wasn't my type of vibe. I felt like it was a wrap. I had to slide. I was not with it. So he made it happen. Monday came, next day. That's the type of power he had. And I knew it. So that's why I went to him with it. Monday come, boom. Called the intercom. White, pack up. You moving the cell. I think that was 103. I don't know. It might have been 103. I forgot how numbers went. I know how Suss's numbers went, but I forgot how Lawrence numbers went. I just knew I was going to 203, which was his cell when I first moved in. So that was under that. So they told me to move. I packed my stuff up and I moved. So when I moved, you know what I mean? I'm cool now. I'm like, damn, I got a bottom bump. You know what I mean? I got a bottom bump. I'm in relax mode now. My celly always dip off if you need to. You know what I mean? BG a slide every time. Now, if I needed to use the jack now that I'm plugged with BG, he introduced me to AJ and TT. You know what I mean? Because like I said, them dudes never even came out for me to even really meet them. So he told me, you know what I mean? One day he was in the sale. I told him, you know what I mean? I was trying to do this. I was trying to get some money to do this and do that. He like, look, I'm going to get them to put you on the jack. So this was crazy, y'all. So like, like dudes that have cell phones on Lawrenceville, right? But you know, like back then, you know what I mean? You know, it wasn't the flat phones, the exclusive phones that we got now with the good Wi-Fi's and all that shit. It was nothing like that jumping at the time. So a dude either had a flip phone or a dude used to have like just a flat minute phone. You know what I mean? Or either the flat phone was probably a regular phone. It wasn't a minute phone, but they used to have those type of phones. So majority of the time, it depends where you at. Sometimes the frequency will be messed up. The signal will be messed up. Like you have to find where your signal is at in the cell to really use the phone. A lot of times dudes with phones didn't have to do that, but sometimes dudes did. It depends what kind of phone you get. If you get a cheap ass cell phone, that's what you might have to do. So when he told me I could use the phone, he told me come up there. So I go up there, you know what I mean? I meet the niggas, they were cool as hell. AJ was cool and TT was cool, you know what I mean? So they was like, look, I'm about to let you use the jack so when my man get off. So when he say that, I'm like, yo, man. So it's only me, BG, and AJ. It was AJ and TT in the cell. And I said, BG was sitting right there on the bench. And I'm standing by the door. And he like, look, I'm going to let you use the jack when my man get off the phone. So I'm like, yo, man. So I'm like, I'm thinking he talking about BG. Well, I don't know who he talking about. He just said his man. Shit was crazy, y'all. Look, I look up. It's a dude coming from under the bed. I was like, I swear, dude come from under the bed, man. Like the way the beds were set up on Lawrenceville, like this, like the bed used to be right, like on the side. It was a bottom bed, and up top it was the top bed. Now they won't connect it like old school top bunks or how the beds might look on Susses. No, it was just the bottom bed and another bed they used to have on top. But it was two beds. But at the bottom it used to be this opening in the crack, and your lockers. They had two lockers on the bottom bed. You know what I mean? But it was probably up a little high. You know what I mean, of the bed. So a dude had to get on his back and like slide his legs from the locker part. But the big part, dude used to keep their commissary and like this stuff they mail or whatever just in a big part of the corner. And like they'll probably have a sheet blocking it. Like that's how I used to look. But they had the sheet blocking it. But the dude was coming from under the bed. I was like, she was like, bro, you gotta get under the bed. They use the phone. I'm like, under the bed? I was like, what y'all hiding from? He was like, nah, that's the only way you can use the phone. He was like, that's the only signal. That's the only way you can get a signal. I looked at BG. BG was weak. I was like, oh, I was like, all right, I got up under there, y'all. I got up under that jump. Use the jack. Got up out of there, man. I ain't used their phone a lot because of that reason right there. That was crazy. But sometimes that's how I be. I learned in the future that's how I be. So they turned out to be cool dudes. I'm chilling. I'm in the cell with BG. Everything going smooth. You know what I mean? Everything running smooth, man. But at the end of the day, man, it's just a lot of damn gangs. So, boom, now on Sussex, I told you I done seen the Bloods get into it with the Crips. Like, you know what I mean? I done seen fights, you know what I mean? I done seen a lot of fights and stuff. I done seen a lot of stuff that look like riots. Not really riots, but I done seen fights. So this particular day, this is how they used to do the gym. Now, they'll do the gym like this. Like they'll have, it used to go like this. I think it used to go like this as far as I told y'all it's 30, 40, and 50 building. So they might say all the 1 pods from 31 pod, from 41 pod, and from 51 pod, they have the gym on this day. So all the 1 pods will go to the gym. That's counting all the dudes that's sneaking in and doing all that. So boom, hold on, let me rewind the tape. The first time I seen the gym was crazy too, y'all, because the first time I seen the gym, I was going to holler at Hot Rod. Rest in peace, my boy. But goddamn, Hot Rod was in 30 building. Now, this whole story is about the road to 30 building because I wanted to get with even though I rock with Ty, like Hot Rod, that's why I wanted to get it. I wanted to get over there with them. You know what I mean? Even though I knew Hot Rod was going home. But I used to see they pod, and it wasn't gangland. Like, it was gangs. I'm pretty sure it was gang members in there. But it was a lot of real dudes in there too. And I could see it. Like, I'll see, when I go holler at bro, I used to see it. So I caught bro, this is within the 2 weeks, I caught bro like 2-3 times and holler at him, you know what I mean? Let him know I was up here. And then one day, he was like, look, one day I was in the pod chilling again with Ty, and then somebody came. I forgot this dude. He was from Newport News. He used to work in the gym. And I forgot his name too, man. I know dudes the one I'm talking about too, because he was one of them dudes that always got his hand in something. But anyway, he came in the pod, and he was like, yo, who's Weezy? And dude pointed me out and shit. He was like, oh, look, Hot Rod told me to come get you real quick. I'm like, come get me where I'm going. He's like, he in the gym. I'm like, in the gym. I was like, bro, I'm going to go to the gym. He was like, man, trust me, nigga, I got VIP. I'm like, Lord. He was like, man, come on. So I dip. I shoot to the gym. Hot Rod in the gym. This when I found out that Hot Rod was San Juan roommate. Now, rest in peace to San Juan as well. San Juan came home and passed away as well. That's another dude that I knew that was from Norfolk. Well, he's from Detroit, but he actually got locked up in Norfolk. He's been in Norfolk a long time. A lot of dudes know San Juan too, but that was my first time meeting him. The only time I heard about San Juan was through Hot Rod War Stories, and we used to be in the cell talking. He used to be telling me about him. So Hot Rod said they used to beef on the street before Hot Rod got locked up. But you know, as time go on, a lot of years go by, people let stuff like that go. So I guess when Hot Rod got up there, they both let it go because they both were maniacs. I ain't gonna lie to you. Both of them were crazy as hell. I ain't gonna lie. So he introduced me to San Juan. Boom. I shook bro hand, you know what I mean? Kicked it for a minute. He was like, yo, you got something to smoke down there? You smoke, bro? I was like, yeah. He was like, look, wait till I finish this game. I got you. You know what I mean? They finished their game. Bro threw me something to smoke. Hot Rod threw me some more commissary. You know what I mean? He just was looking out. You know what I mean? I'm like, bro, I'm trying to get over there with y'all at, man. I was like, Ty over here. I was like, but Ty said he ain't going. I was like, man, I'm trying to get the 30 building, man. I was like, shit look way. I said, this shit here is gangland. He was like, the whole junk gangland, bro, but our junk ain't like that. You know what I mean? He was like, you got to get over here. So I'm like, all right, bet. I'm going to try my hardest to get over there. So boom. Go back to where I was at. Now, the gym, like I say, they go by the pods. That's how on the whole side of the yard. Like all the ones that have the gym, all the twos that have the gym, all the threes that have the gym. So this is the day all the ones have the gym. So I didn't go to child. I mean, I didn't go to the gym. But I'm sitting in the cell from my bottom cell. I can look out the window and see the yard. I can see people coming down the boulevard from the gym. I can see all that. So I'm in the cell chilling. And next thing you know, you just hear them say, lock down, lock down, lock down. But it's the lady in the booth. It's not an officer on the floor, none of that like that going on. So when they screaming lockdown, I look out my window. All you see is dudes coming down that jump, rumbling. Boom, boom. I'm talking about rumbling, like group on group. So I'm trying to decipher who it is. I'm like, so the door, all you hear is noise in the hallway in the salad port. They in there fighting. So I guess they coming back to the building fighting. You know what I mean? I don't know what it was. I could be wrong about how they did the gym that time. All I know is when they had the gym and niggas was rumbling. So boom, our door open. Them niggas came in fighting. They came in that jump fighting. I'm talking about, and they was getting it in. Now this particular fight wasn't Bloods versus Crips. This was Richmond versus the GDs. You know what I mean? This was Richmond versus GDs and Crips, I think, matter of fact. So it was some Richmond niggas, it was a decent amount of Richmond niggas in my pod. And it was a decent amount of a couple of Crip dudes in the pod that go too. So boom, they come in And they fighting like toe to toe, like, you know what I mean? It's probably like a 5-on-4. Richmond had 5, they had 4, and they rumbling. I'm talking about good fight. So police coming at jump with the mace and snapped out. You know what I mean? If they said the fight was they fought in the gym. They said they fought in the gym all the way down to they came down all the way down the boulevard, because my building will be the middle building. So there'll be like a little distance walk from the gym. You'll pass 30, then you'll get to 40. They said they fought all the way from the gym all the way to 40. They fought in 40. They said it was fighting in 30. I'm talking about crazy fight, Richmond versus GDs. And I'm talking about, it was this one dude in the pod. I forgot his name. He was a big dude from the R. And he was getting it in. He was getting it in. He was rumbling all them niggas. They was rumbling, man. I'm talking about, it was a good fight, man. Long story short, y'all, they locked our ass down. I said, Lord. So I've been there, what, a month? You know what I mean? I've been here a month. You know what I mean? Now I'm on lockdown again. I just, like, around the time what I told y'all, investigator was going crazy, they used to always lock us down. You'll never go to child. Then for some reason, they short on officers, so you can't come out for rec. They can't go to child. You just always was locked down on sussers, on top of the investigator being a psychopath. So I just went through that. I thought when I was done, I thought when I left sussers, I was done with that lockdown stuff, man. Now I know if somebody gets stabbed and all that shit get real, it's a wrap. But this was a fight. It was a big fight now, don't get me wrong. But they locked our building down. So now I'm just sitting in the jump, and I just see people all on the yard, hot rod them coming out. It's coming to my window. I'm like, bro, we're locked. Oh, Lord, man. They did us dirty, man. I was in there. We was locked down for a week before I did what I did. But this is what I did. The unit manager lady, I said, look like Lil Wayne. Her name is Miss Whitfield. I couldn't remember her name in part 1. But they used to call her Lil Wayne anyway, but her real name is Miss Whitfield. She actually came in the pod, you know what I mean? The dude, Pete was running around doing the trades. Like I said, he come out all the time. He's going to come out regardless. Like, he was a lot. And me leaving the cell, that was me being in the cell, that was the advantage. Like, if I was in the cell, our door would be open. I could run, probably take a shower and do all that. But now I'm down here with BG, which was still cool. But I'm just mad that we on lockdown. I'm like, man, I just left lockdown. I'm not with this lockdown shit. Plus, I already want to go to 30 anyway. So she walked by and do her round. And when she do her round, my cell is probably like the 3rd, 4th cell she got to come to. So when she come to my cell, I said, Miss Whitfield, can I talk to you? She was like, what's up? I said, listen, because she was one of them down-to-earth people. Like, she wasn't green, like, nothing. She was jive cool. I ain't even gonna lie. So I was like, Miss Whitfield, look. I said, I just came from Sussex. You know what I mean? I said, I've been locked up 10 years almost. I said, I just left where it was crazy. I'm like super crazy. I said, that's why I got my level drop, where I can go to a level 3, which was Lawrenceville. I said, you got my cousin and my homeboys, they in 30 building. I said, I'm not in the gang. I said, I'm not in the gang. I said, I don't do none of that. I said, you can check my jacket. I don't do nothing. You ain't got to worry about nothing. I said, but I just went through this lockdown. Now I'm here now, and now I'm being punished for something I ain't got nothing to do with. I just really appreciate Ms. Whitfield. If you can just move me to 30 building and 33 pod where my cousin is at, man. I was like, that's where all my peoples is at. I know how Lawrenceville is. Everybody's comfortable. I said, I'm just trying to get comfortable, man. I don't want to be on lockdown. And like when I was explaining it to her, I was putting it on thick. I was putting it on, y'all. I was putting it on heavy. And she just was at the door like, she was like, you know what? What's your name? She wrote my name down. She was like, I got you. I got you. Don't worry about it. I got you. So this was like on a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I forgot what day. But she was like, I got you. I got you. I got you. I was like, all right, bet. Shit, VG was like, you gone? I was like, nigga, I'm out of here. I'm trying to go to 30 building, bro. I was like, man, I can't do this, man. They gonna do this. This is gonna happen all the time. I said, there's too many gangs over here. I said, how's everybody gonna get along? I said, man, I'm out of here. I said, now Richmond haven't got the rumbling. I said, excuse me, y'all. I said, man, this is about to get crazy. So I gotta go. So I'm chilling. I'm relaxing. Ooh. Hey, White, pack up. I pack up. Where I'm going? You're going to 61 pod on the south side. I said, 61 pod on the south. Man, Lil Wayne that moved me to the whole other side of the country. I haven't even seen dudes over there. I'm pretty sure I know dudes over there. But I didn't want to go over there. I was like, I'm telling y'all, man, this is my word. I was this close from bucking. Like, I was this close from bucking. This is my word. I was this close from bucking. I was like, 61. So I know, like, this kind of like the older dudes. Like I said, I heard how they moved them all to 60 buildings, 70 buildings. Like, that's how they did the game members. They got rid of a lot of the gangs, which they were still on that side too. But it's the way they did it. It's like they basically was just getting rid of the gang. So I'm like, this shit, Patty. So I'm trying to talk to her like, You know what I mean? They like, look, I'm like, y'all tell her in the booth, look, call her and tell her that she moved me to the wrong jump. You know what I mean? So she called the lady, and the lady came back on the intercom, was like, nah, they said they just moved you. You say you wanted to move, so she just moved you out of the building. I was like, I said, Lord Jesus. I said, man, this is crazy, man. So I packed up, man. I ain't gonna lie, I dipped, you know what I mean? I can go bid anywhere, you know what I mean? I know dudes everywhere, I can go bid anywhere. So boom, they moved me to 60, was it 61? Yeah, it was 61. It wasn't 63. Yeah, it was 61 pods. So boom, I moved all the way to the other side of the yard now, y'all. You know what I mean? All the way to the other side of the yard, man. Far as hell from my homeboys. You know what I mean? They out in the middle of a gate between us. You know what I mean? So I get over there. When I get over there and I walk in the pod, like it was like a complete reality check. Like as far as like, as soon as I walked in the building, it was an old barber. You know what I mean? It was a homosexual that I knew from Sussex too. You know what I mean? Like just seeing him around, like I knew him. His name was Chicago. He was working for the unit manager. You know what I mean? They was the first people I seen as soon as I came in the building. So I'm like, damn. You know what I mean? Walk in the pod. They let me in 61 pod. I walk in the pod. It's just a complete difference. Like it was just older dudes. It was dudes in their 30s, 40s, or older. Like, you know what I mean? And on top of that, it was dudes that were booed up in there, man. So basically, like, I'm telling you, when I say booed up, it was like 4 dudes in there that was in the cell with homosexuals. Like, this is my girl type of action. Like, this what was going on. So I just like kind of got my thoughts together, and I was like, damn, I was like, she moved me to San Francisco. I said, she petty as hell. I was like, man, that's some petty. I was like, that's crazy. I tried to get a 30 building. She moved me to San Francisco. She could at least move me to 70 building, because 60 building was the prime headquarters. When I was on the north side, when I was in 40 building, where I just left, I didn't see no homosexuals. I'm being honest with y'all. At that particular time, a few came as the time came, as when I got back over there. But when I was over there, it was definitely no homosexuals in that 40 building. Definitely none, 0. And that's wild, because on Sussex, you see them. Like, they own that joint. You can't duck them. That's just what it is. So I'm like, damn. I come in the jump. The only plus about coming in that jump, man, I don't know if they looked out for me or what, because it was going to get crazy. I was bucking. I'm not going to cell with a homosexual. I'm not. So when I come in there, they tell me what cell I'm going to. You know what I mean? Which was upstairs by the laundry room, which is it's like same kind of setup from when I was in the other, when I just left 40 building and Ty was at, kind of like. So it was like the second cell from the laundry room. So I go in there and I look, it's the dude Dennis from Chesapeake. Now I know Dennis from Chesapeake because that was Fink homeboy, Fink and my homeboy Ike Dirty homeboy. And I met him for a stench on Sussex 2, probably like 2004. He came in 2C. He used to work in the kitchen. So he went from working on the kitchen, and next thing I know, he was getting transferred. Like, so he was on getting off Sussex immediately game, and I wasn't even hip yet. So he been gone. So when I come and I see him, I'm like, oh, what's up, bro? Like, damn, you know what I mean? Making sure he's straight. He like, oh, what's good, bro? You know what I mean? But Dennis was cool though. Dennis ain't messing around with no homosexuals. He ain't do none of that, man. So that was the only plus that was as far as me moving in 61 pod. But as I put my stuff up and I just came out and looked, there's nobody else that I know. Now it's probably like, it's a lot of dudes. It was dudes in there, man. Like I said, like 4 of them was booed up. It was a dude from Portsmouth. He was booed up. His boy had looked like Mike Tyson. Swear to God, he had looked like Mike Tyson in the face. And it was Chicago was in there booed up. The homosexual I told y'all that I knew from Sussex too. Everybody knows Chicago. He always run the little football gambling pool. That'd be his little hustle. So like that junk be big. So dudes will play it. Like you have to deal with these people. You can't be anti-homosexual. Now you don't have to get down or hang with them or talk to them all the time. But like, kind of supporting their hustle comes time, you might have to, you know what I mean? Because they usually got jobs working for them people. So like usually you kind of don't want to be on their bad side. Like you don't have to talk to them or hang with them or do anything like that with them to be on their good side. But you just don't want to be on their bad side. You locked up, you're gonna have to deal with homosexuals. It ain't like when you out in the street and you just don't have to be around them, period. You know what I mean? Like you have to deal with them sometime in there. So I knew who he was. He knew who I was, and I knew who he was. So boom. He's the one that works for the unit manager, and he has the youngest dude. The only young dude in that pod was him, his roommate. And I ain't gonna say his name, but he was from Richmond. And he was the youngest dude. Like he was the youngest dude that was in the pod, but he's Chicago roommate. He messing with Chicago. So I'm like, damn, that's crazy. You know what I mean? But the whole jump was crazy. Like I told you, the dude from P-Town that was booed up with Mike Tyson, he wasn't shaking out on sussers like that. So when I get up here, I'm like, damn, boy, who am I ain't got no, bro. Who cares what I think? You already doing what you're doing, so you don't care what nobody think. So I ain't judge nobody. I just mind my business, man, and stayed out the way. That's all I can do. You know what I mean? Dennis used to smoke weed. You know what I mean? Me and Dennis used to smoke. We used to, you know what I mean? I used to rock with him. You know what I mean? We used to eat together, make meals together, do all that. Other than that, I'm in the cell. It was a couple dudes I was cool with, you know what I mean, that won't messing around, that won't anyway. But majority of that stuff in there, they was shaking out, man. It was just crazy. Like, they was shaking out there. The lady moved me to San Francisco. She moved me to San Francisco, man. That's my word. Like, that was petty. So the whole time I'm in there, I'm trying to pay Chicago to get me moved. Like, Dennis know that I'm trying to move. He been knowing I've been trying to move since I got in there. Like, I'm not staying over here, bro. You nuts? I'm trying to get over there with Hot Rod go home in about 4 or 5 months. I'm trying to get over there with my bro before he go home, man. San Juan was going home before Hot Rod went home first, then San Juan went home. But they was going home back to back. I think San Juan was going home to the beginning of 11. Hot Rod went home the end of 10. So they all was about to go back to back. So I'm trying to get over there, man. He knew it. I'm trying to get over there. I don't know why he wanted to stay over there or why was he over there. But, you know, Dennis was a little older than me. He already was bitten before me. So he probably just was like situated like, he don't mess around. He was just already just comfortable. I don't want to move. You know what I mean? But the action is on the north side. You know what I mean? The GDs got the side I'm on Smash. They got it on Smash. They was in 70 building. They got it on Smash. They getting all the money. They getting all the work. They had it on Smash. I give them their props on that. They had it on Smash. That junk was game over. And I witnessed that. They was killing them over there. But I really just was on some quiet, just staying out the way, like this kind of like, man, I don't even want to shake over here. Few opportunities fell in my lap, you know what I mean? There's a dude named Mike Williams from Roberts Park, man. I don't know if y'all know him. His name Mike Williams. He ended up coming from the north side. And when he went to the hole, they put him in our pod. So he was in our pod for like a month or two. And he used to rock, only dudes he used to rock with was me and Dennis. And he used to go over there and get to work. When he get to work, he used to give it to me and Dennis to sell. And we used to shake out like that. But he started making a play. So now, y'all, we wind the tape real quick. They end up taking the tobacco in the end of 09. I say the end of 09, the beginning of 10. They took the tobacco. Everybody thought it was a joke. They put us on lockdown and they came. And if you still had tobacco, they was taking it. So dudes was hiding shit. It was shit every now. This is something that is new. So I'm not really prepared for this. Like, well, they took tobacco. I can't order blacks no more. Are you crazy? I'm like, oh my God. So the dude, Mike Williams, come over there. He gets money. He went to get the money game. You know what I mean? He was over there. They said he had a sergeant in Hot Rod and Pod. He was in Hot Rod and Pod and went to the hole. They say he got to fighting with a dude, but he was actually like the sergeant. The sergeant lady was his wife. And pretty soon she gonna quit and he gonna dip. And that's how that was gonna go. So boom. Goddamn, he coming to jump. He making plays. He got me and Dennis working the plays. He just staying in the cut, which was smart. I needed something to do anyway. So I haven't got my feet wet yet on Lawrenceville. So boom, I'm working the plays with him. Boom. So he tried to set up a big tobacco play. Since the tobacco was gone, he tried to set up a big tobacco play. And then his homeboy used to work the visiting room, kind of like the same way I used to do on Sussers. And he was like, look, if you put it in the trash can, the dude go back there, clean up, grab it. Long story short, dude bucked. They say they didn't have it. I don't know if Dennis Dennis had something to do with it. We thinking we're gonna meet him at dinner and he gonna have all the tobacco. I'm happy because we about to get this. It never came through, man. With some crazy larceny that went on, and the pack didn't ever come through. I don't know if that traumatized Mike Williams, but after that, he ended up just going to the hole. And when he went to the hole, the sergeant lady in 30 building quit and he was gone. You know what I mean? So after that play was gone, I definitely, and I'm like, Dennis, you fumbled, bro. Like, this is your homeboy from Chesapeake you vouched for that worked back there. Like, I think they did get him, but if they did get him, you know what I mean? I didn't get nothing out of the deal, so it was petty to me. You know what I mean? So boom. I'm like, damn, man, I gotta get up out of here. I have to roll. Man. I'm tired of looking at domestic. I'm talking about Chicago and the young boy from the R used to fight probably like once a week. And I'm talking about they fights used to be violent, man. I'm talking about one time, and they cell was across from mine. It's kind of like how my cell, how Ty was to my cell when I was at 40, but I can look from my window and see they jump. Man, they fights used to be violent, man. I done seen Chicago and the young boy get the rumbling on some fist rumbling. Boom, Chicago pumping them. They fighting. They both men. They fighting. They get the rumbling. Man, they get the rumbling. They go all the way down the tier. They get down by the steps, man. Chicago grab that nigga, man. I swear to God, they went down the steps like a Die Hard 2 movie. And the steps these are hard steps. And the steps isn't like a little bit of steps. No, there's a decent amount of steps. They went down the steps like a Die Hard movie, still fighting. Boom, 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 boom. They get to fight. Man, that's my word, man. Police come in there and break that joint up. And they didn't even go to the hole. That was the first time I seen like some domestic stuff, or, you know what I mean, man on man. And it was wild, man. But they used to fight all the time. I done seen them fight. They locked Chicago up for a fight. Next thing you know, probably about 5 days later, nobody ever moved in their cell. Chicago come right back to their cell. You know what I mean? Like, that jump was just different, man. I had to go. That was a whole nother world in that particular pod. I'm telling you, that was like the most like homosexuals in that pod on the whole side of the yard. I know it was. So I'm like, man, I gotta dip. I done try to pay Chicago to get me out of there. They talk about they ain't got no room in 30 building. All these months done went by now. So I'm like, damn, I'm just stuck. So Dennis, like, you know what I mean? He get used to me being his roommate. I know he is, because I had my own stuff. I was cool. You know, I was official dude. So he was jogging. We both in the sports. We played the tickets. So he was just used to the nigga. So boom, man. One day, y'all, I'm sitting in the cell, me and him chilling, you know what I mean? And the intercom said, boo, white. I said, yo, no, matter of fact, no, that ain't how it happened. My bad, I apologize. That's not how it happened. I was in the pod, and we was out like by the laundry area, just standing out there, because there's a dude, I forgot, I think his name was Styles, but I forgot what Styles. I want to say Styles was from one of them towns, either Emporia, or he was from one of them jumps close by like that, but he was cool, because I knew him from Sussex. He was a tall, light-skinned dude, super duper cool, and it used to be me, him, and this dude named Tony from Eastern Shores that was cool as hell. And he was one of the dudes that was in the pod, just won't into nothing, you know what I mean? Just staying out the way. He ain't messing with none of them homosexuals either. So we was all by the laundry area, and Dennis was in the cell. So the intercom, the big loudspeaker come on and say, white. And I look, she like, white, come to the intercom. So she was calling me down to the intercom downstairs. So I'm like, all right. So I go down the steps. I go to the intercom. She was like, look, I'm about to give you some trash bags. You packing up, you moving before they count. I'm like, moving? Where I'm moving to? She was like, 33 pod. I was like, shit. I did the Kobe jump when he hit the buzzer beater. Let's go. Get me out of here, man. Get me out of here. I couldn't do it no more. Man, I go in the cell. I said, matter of fact, when I go in the cell, I got the trash bags already. I'm like, he like, where you going? I'm like, bro, they just told me to move. He said, where you moving to? I said, 33 pod. He was like, damn, you struck like that. He already knew everybody was already over there. Now, I got to know everybody over there, but as far as everybody, I knew Hot Rod and San Juan was over there. I'm trying to get over there immediately. Man, he was sick. Dennis was sick. Dennis was like, man, he started getting on some like, bro, you should have told me you was still pushing the move, bro. I could have got anybody moved in the cell. So such and such, my cousin over in this pod, I could have got help. I'm like, bro, listen, you knew from the beginning I won't staying over here in San Francisco, bro. You crazy? I was like, bro, I can't stay in San Fran, bro. I like the 49ers, bro. I don't like the town. You know what I mean? Bro, I got to get up out of here, bro. I got to go, bro. I'm like, man, I got to get up out of here, man. He was like, man, like, he didn't say that was messed up, but his whole vibe was like he was mad. And I was trying to block that out because I'm going to 30 building, bro. I'm going to where I know for a fact San Juan had a phone. You know what I mean? San Juan was that guy up there. Ask anybody. When he was on Lawrenceville, he did a lot of years on Lawrenceville, too. So, bro was that guy. He was that guy. Never been in the game. He was that guy. So I'm trying to get over there, man. You know what I mean? Him and Hot Rod roommates. You know what I mean? Once I get over, I just need to get in the building or in the pod. But I end up getting in the pod. So they moved me, y'all. They moved me, man. They moved me, y'all. I was up out of there. I was gone. I ran. Get me from this other side of the yard, period, man. I don't know nobody real talk over. I don't know nobody for real over here, man. So they moved me. So I moved. They put me in a cell with I don't even remember who my roommate was for real back then. It wasn't nobody for real, you know what I mean? I was just happy to be gone. But they moved me to 30 building. Probably about Hot Rod seen me coming to the job. He was like, oh shit, I was like, damn right, got me up, helped me grab my bags, took me to the job. I was like, yeah. I was like, damn, bro, they got me in San Francisco. He was like, bro, I know you hated that. I said, man, I had to get up out of there. But you know, they dumb short. But for real, man, I just wanted to spend some time with my guy before he went home, man, because me and Hot Rod was sellies on Sussex at one point too in one of the stories I told y'all about. So that was my dog, man. You know what I mean? Like him and Lil Rick was like this. Like him and Lil Rick grew up together, you know what I mean? Hung together, did all that. But once me and Hot Rod got cool, I took a liking to him too. I know he took a liking to me, man. And we just was tight, you know what I mean? So boom. Probably like a week go by and I'm over there. Dennis, I see Dennis. Now, he see me, he didn't want to speak. So I'm like, what's up, bro? He was like, man, he was like, when you left, why they move a boy in my cell? I'm like, what? He said, they moved a boy in my cell, man. Some dude that work in the kitchen, man, he a boy. I'm like, Why you let him move in the sand? He was like, what I supposed to do? I was like, man. He was like, no, man. He said, see, that's what I was saying. That's messed up. You ain't I said, bro, look, don't blame that on me, bro. Nigga, I'm gonna do what I have to do, nigga. This is my life. I'm gonna have to stay over there. You wanted to stay over there. I'm not staying over there, bro. You tripping, bro. Long story short, y'all, Dennis, what did he do? He followed my suit. Next thing you know, he moved in 33 pod. You know what I mean? It's a whole nother story, man. But that's the end, y'all, man. That's crazy, man. Like that whole Junkman dude trying to bring me home. This is how the beginning of my success went now. This is the beginning. I haven't got my feet wet. I haven't got no money yet. I haven't even touched the package that was mine. Like I'm still just enjoying Lawrenceville. And that's how Lawrenceville is. You know what I mean? Like it's just a different, everything is different from the COs, from the inmates, from the rec, from the, you know what I mean? Now I'm going outside. They got nighttime rec. You know what I mean? They got nighttime rec. Right before I got there, they just stopped the nighttime business as far as they have business on Wednesday, like at 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock or something like that. Dudes was telling me about. They just stopped that before I came. But just hearing all the stories, like, you know, Tough Money, all with Tough Money, and my homeboy Tough Money that I rock with now, he was over in 31. I still haven't met him yet. You know what I mean? Him and a lot of dudes from the town was over there. You know what I mean? That building was different, y'all. I'm gonna get to that, man. But that's how the beginning of my success went, man. The dude Pete on tried to bring me home. The lady tricked me after I asked her to move me out of gangland. She moved me from gangland to San Francisco. So I went through gangland and I left gangland and I had to go through San Francisco. It was a crazy beginning. It was a crazy beginning, y'all. Like that right there was like, I was still though, like I was smart though. I started seeing like the way you survive. I seen a lot of dudes get off Lawrenceville fast. Like now they on success. You know what I mean? I started saying in my head, like, you can trick up here and they gonna send you to success. But if you know how to stay out the way, like you're supposed to do out here, stay your ass out the way, you can survive. And that's what I did, y'all, man. So thank y'all for watching, man. I encourage everybody to stay out the way. Don't forget, y'all, it's about to get hot, man. We don't want to go into jails. We want to stay home with our families and enjoy life, man. So stay y'all ass out the way.
Get your money, don't care who judge. Stay out the way, surround yourself with nothing but love. Stay out the way if you a gangster, killer or thug. Stay out the way, put your faith in the man above. Stay out the way, chill with your family, siblings and blood. Stay out the way, kick it with your girl, forget hit in the club. Stay out the way, mind on your money, ain't no switching it up. Stay out the way, stand out the way, what you thought that it was. Stay out the way. If you stuck down on your luck, not feeling righteous, did a petty crime, just looking for some excitement. Now your name on affidavits and court indictments can pay for a lot, but your freedom is priceless. You did the crime, you do the time, don't let it surprise you. Real stories from the heart, just to